Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you? I hope all of you are always in good condition and happy situation. Dear Excellency Mom Nur Shafa'ah, as our lecturer in English syntax subject, and all my beloved friends. We are from Group 6. We will explain about Clause 1. Okay, and the member of this group, I am Wahyuni Komariah, and then Misbahul Munir, and the last Imam Malfiro. Well, everyone, the first topic is about clause and sentence. What is clause? A clause is a group of words that contains both of subject and predicate. Although a clause can sometimes act a sentence since it contains both a subject and a verb, it is not necessarily a complete sentence. That is to say, not every clause is complete sentence. There are basically two types of clause. The first one is independent clause and dependent clause. Jadi teman-teman, clause adalah grup kata yang terdiri dari subjek dan predikat. Seperti itu. Tipikal dari clause sendiri ada dua, yaitu independent clause dan dependent clause. What is independent clause? An independent clause is one that can stand alone and convey a meaning. Independent clause also called by main clause. Jadi, kalau ada penjelasan atau pengertian tentang main clause, itu sama dengan independent clause, yaitu clause yang bisa berdiri sendiri dan menghasilkan makna sendiri. For example, she didn't understand the lesson, although the teacher explained it well. Jadi, yang digarisbawahi yaitu she didn't understand the lesson, ini termasuk independent clause. Karena apa? Di situ sudah ada subjek dan juga ada predicate. The clause that cannot stand alone and do not convey a complete meaning are known as dependent clause. Dependent clause is also called by subordinate clause. For example, he didn't join them although he wants to swim. Gitu. Jadi yang belakang kalimat although he wants to swim itu termasuk subordinate clause, dan yang di depannya he didn't join them itu termasuk independent clause. Seperti itu. And the next is, what is sentence? A sentence is a group of words that express a complete thought. It contains a subject and a verb. A sentence can be a single clause or several clauses. Nah, di sini ada beberapa macam sentence ya. The first one is simple sentence. A sentence which contains a single or independent clause is known as simple sentence. For example, Joe waited for the train. Nah, di situ hanya ada a single independent clause. Nah, that's why it called simple sentence. The second is complex sentence. What is complex sentence? Complex sentence is one that contains one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. For example, Joe waited for the train, but the train was late. Kalimat but the train was late ini termasuk dependent clause. Jadi susunannya itu ada independent clause dan dependent clause. Dan kalimat ini disebut dengan complex sentence. The third one, there is compound sentence. What is compound sentence? Compound sentence contains two or more independent clauses. For example, I didn't see them at the station because Mary and Samantha arrived at the bus station before noon. Nah, di situ ada dua atau lebih independent clause. Yang terakhir yaitu compound complex sentence. Compound complex sentence contain at least two independent clause and at least one dependent clause. For example, though Michelle prefers watching romantic films, he rented the latest spy thriller and he enjoyed it very much. Di situ ada satu dependent clause yaitu and he enjoyed it very much. And dua kalimat sebelumnya yaitu So, Michelle prefers watching romantic film dan he rented the Last Spy trailer itu termasuk independent clauses. Jadi ada 4 macam sentence, yaitu simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence, and also compound complex sentence. So, now we will explain about the differences between clause and sentence. Okay, after explain about the definition of clause and sentence, now let's talk about the differences between both. Both clause and sentence are made up of a group of words that contains a subject and predicate. The main difference between clause and sentence is that a sentence always convey an independent meaning, whereas a clause does not always convey an independent meaning. Jadi kalau sentence itu mesti punya independent meaning. Kalau kalau klausa itu belum tentu punya independent meaning. Seperti itu. That's the main differences between clause and sentence. So everyone, the next explanation is about main and subordinate clause. Will be explained by Ima Mafira.
Ini adalah main and subordinate clause. Main clause adalah biasa disebut itu clause yang dapat berdiri sendiri atau independent clause. Selanjutnya adalah subordinate clauses. Subordinate clauses ini adalah kalimat yang tidak bisa berdiri sendiri atau dependent clause. Subordinate clause ini terbagi menjadi 3. Yang pertama complement clause, yang kedua relative clause adalah adjective adverbial clause. Yang pertama adalah complement clause. Adalah the clauses were traditionally called noun because they occur in slot in the main clause that can be accompanied by ordinary noun phrase. Jadi complement clause ini kalimat pelengkap dari independent clause. For example, Elizabeth regrets that meat became. B. Catherine feared that the abbey was haunted. Jadi, kalimat yang digarisbawahi ini adalah sebagai pelengkap kalimat sebelum. The next is relative clauses. Relative clauses, adjective clauses, reflecting the fact that adjective modify noun. Jadi ini adalah kalimat yang memiliki subjek dari verb tapi tidak bisa berdiri sendiri sebagai satu kalimat. Kalimat ini juga dikenal sebagai adjective clauses. Contohnya, yang pertama, A. The cottage which Mr. Dashwood accepted was rather small. B. The man who saved Marianne was below. C. The book which contained poem by Cowper. And then G. The building that we like is in turn. Jadi relative clause ini selalu dimulai dengan relatif menggantikan noun phrase atau pronoun ketika beberapa kalimat diganti. Ciri-cirinya adalah terdapat kata who, which, that, dan lain-lain. Selanjutnya adalah adverb. They are traditionally classified according to their meaning. Adverbial clauses of reason, time, concession, manner, as illustrated below. Jadi adverbial clauses ini merupakan dependent clause yang berfungsi sebagai adverb atau kata keterangan dan memberikan verb atau kata kerja. Pertama adalah reason. Contohnya, because Marianne loved Willow, he refused to believe that he had deserted her. Jadi reason ini merupakan kata keterangan yang digunakan untuk why atau kenapa. Kalimat ini menjelaskan sebuah alasan. Biasanya akan diawali dengan because, as, atau saying. Selanjutnya adalah time. Be time, for example, return she became very ill. Untuk time ini digunakan ketika ingin mengetahui pertanyaan yang diawali dengan when atau kapan. Contohnya ini yang di garis bawah ini termasuk. Selanjutnya C consistent. For example, although Mr. like Mr. Penn, he married Elizabeth. Selanjutnya adalah di manner. Handling his plan as the mood took him. Jadi untuk manner ini merupakan kata keterangan yang digunakan dalam pertanyaan how atau bagaimana. Selanjutnya I. Condition. For example, if Emma had survived, Mr. Woodhouse would have been unhappy. Kata keterangan ini, kata keterangan condition ini pernyataan untuk menjelaskan sebuah syarat atau kondisi sebuah peristiwa. Biasanya ditandai dengan kata if contohnya. Oke, thank you. Materi selanjutnya akan disampaikan oleh Mr.
Okay, I will explain about complementizers and subordinate conjunction. Complementizers and subordinate conjunction. In grammars, the words introducing complement clauses and adverbial clauses were generally known as subordinating conjunction, and words such as and or but were known as coordinating conjunctions. Jadi di dalam grammar dikenal beberapa complement clause atau klausa pelengkap dan klausa adverbial yang lebih dikenal dengan subordinating conjunction. Lalu kata seperti or, and, dan tetap and or but lebih dikenal dengan coordinator conjunctions. Coordinating conjunction. Lalu subordinating conjunctions are also known as subordinators, subordinate conjunction, and complementizers. Many subordinators are single words such as because, before, and when, but subordinating conjunction consists of more than one word such as even though, as long as, and except that. Subordinating conjunction lebih dikenal sebagai subordinator, atau subordinate conjunction, atau juga complementizers. Banyak dari subordinator adalah kalimat tunggal atau kata tunggal seperti because, before, ataupun when. Tetapi subordinating conjunctions memiliki lebih dari satu kata seperti even though, as long as, and except that. For example, I will help the man, but he deserves this. Kalimat ini memuat coordinating conjunction, yaitu but yang menghubungkan antara I will help the man dengan he deserves this. Okay, the next material is recognizing clauses. Recognizing clauses. There are reliable rules of thumb for recognizing the different types of clauses. Some of the rules have to do with constituent structure or the complementizers, but most of them exploit the concept of modification. Rules of thumb. Number 1 is, does it modify another clause? If it does, it is an adverbial clause. Yang pertama adalah apakah klausa itu memodifikasi atau merubah klausa yang lain jika iya, ini disebut dengan adverbial clause. Yang dimana the clause in italics modifies the entire clause in Roman type. It establishes at a time for the entire situation of leaving the furniture behind and is an adverbial clause of time. For example, when we sell the house, we'll probably leave most of the furniture. When we sell the house, ini adalah contoh dari adverbial clause karena ini memodifikasi kalimat atau kalimat setelahnya, ya ini will probably leave most of the furniture. The number 2 is, does it modify a verb? If it does, it is a verb or complement clause. The clause in italics modifies the verb reported. Indeed, the clause a motorist has reported is incomplete without the complement clause. For example, a motorist has reported that the road is blocked by snow at Soutra Hill. Jadi kalimat yang digarisbawahi adalah memodifikasi a motorist has reported atau kalimat yang pertama, a motorist has reported, di mana kalimat ini dimodifikasi oleh that the road is blocked by snow at Soutra Hill. And number 3, does it modify a noun? If it does, it could be a relative clause or a complement clause. For example, relative clause, I like the book that you gave me. Jadi, that you gave me atau kalimat yang digarisbawahi memodifikasi kalimat I like the book atau memodify kalimat I like the book. And the complement clause, we like the idea that the city center will be pedestrianized. The kalimat yang digarisbawahi that the city center will be pedestrianized memodify kalimat we like the idea.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching our video. I hope this video will be better for us. And as we say, Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.